America's infrastructure is crumbling. The American Society of Civil Engineers says a large portion of U.S. roads, bridges and public works are showing significant deterioration. President Trump on Tuesday reiterated his promise to spend $1 trillion to overhaul the country's infrastructure. For many communities, that money can't come fast enough. Here's viewers Arash Arabasadi.
In December of 2015, this piece of local history took a fall. The city of Pittsburgh's Greenfield Bridge is now among thousands of critical infrastructure projects underway in the United States. Projects like fixing the 95-year-old bridge are too expensive for most local communities to finance themselves. Without help from federal and state governments, this project doesn't happen.
We need it. Everyone needs it, not only here in Pittsburgh and Western Pennsylvania, but all over the country. We have old infrastructure, we have failing infrastructures out there, so all the funding we can make available is great.
Top city official Guy Costa says federal money covers 80% of the repairs, with 15% coming from Pennsylvania and 5% coming from the city of Pittsburgh, which means a $19 million bridge cost the city just $1 million. President Trump campaigned on a promise that he'll ask Congress to pass legislation funding a $1 trillion overhaul of the country's decaying infrastructure. Local officials say it is long overdue.
We build out all this infrastructure and we build absolutely nothing to maintain it. Zero. Nothing.
Pittsburgh was once an industrial town specializing in steel production. But like many older cities, urban sprawl connecting downtown Pittsburgh to the suburbs meant more money was spent on new projects and less spent maintaining older ones.
It is no different than your house. And your roof starts to leak and you just ignore it, and you ignore it, and you ignore it, and one day you wake up and you have to replace your entire roof.
But the bureaucratic process is slow.
A lot of the funding, from the time that it's approved in Washington and it gets to the local level could be years. And then from there you have to go into a 4-year design process.
This infrastructure project affects nearly 20,000 people. And that's just one bridge in a city of some 300,000 people. Imagine this all over the country. With progress comes inconvenience. The thousands of commuters who use the Greenfield Bridge now drive through once quiet suburbs.
It has created such a mess and such a disturbance that I've considered selling my house. It's awful.
The Greenfield Bridge is scheduled to open in mid-2017 with funds approved by the Obama administration. The fate of the nation's 58,000 at-risk bridges now depends on President Trump convincing Congress to make his campaign promise become a reality. Arash Arabasadi, VOA News, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.